Hello, hello.
Welcome, welcome. All right, looks to be good. Today's race, Splazergames versus ClearlyAzul, and it is going to be a fun one today.
Oh yes, this should be a entertaining race. Two pretty good players here.
Splazer is 7th seeded in the tournament, while ClearlyAzul is seeded at 26, but anything can happen, really. You know.
Yeah, you never know. Either one of these players could just have lightning strike and play out of their minds. You never know. It would be very exciting to see.
Yeah, it is going to be, it's just going to be a great match. And I'm definitely looking forward to it. So we're just gonna wait on this race to get started, and then we'll be moving into it.
Oh, looks like we're off.
All right, and we're off. There we go.
Pretty
All
good
right.
sync too.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a ton of work to resync it.
So, J-Man, if you feel the need to explain Area 1, by all means, my good friend, have at it.
All right. Well, Area 1 here, it's more of a tutorial. It's our shortest area of the game. They get progressively longer as we move on. But Area 1 here, it's one of the most optimized parts of our game because it's so early. So a lot of more difficult strats get compacted in here. So it'll be interested to see which kind of double setups and strats Blazer versus Azul, who goes for what.
Yeah, in these first couple rooms, there's just a couple of singles and doubles. Want to land all of them. If you miss one or two of them, it'd be a little bit of a time loss, but nothing that isn't recoverable. Still very early on.
A nice 107 key from Splazer. Something I've still yet to achieve. Very good. 107 power key. So up here we are, as I mentioned, we're going to see our first kind of instance of a double here, which is going to play a huge importance throughout our run. This very optimized parts is setting up these doubles. And Splazer lands his first one with beauty. So you'll see throughout our run, all these different doubles that get set up are to just optimize the time. Azul sadly missing that second one though.
Yeah. The anteroom doubles can be quite tricky sometimes. You'll think you have it, but the game will tell you otherwise.
Yeah. Sometimes the setup just doesn't work the way you want it to. You don't hold long enough, or you forget to let go of B, or just like there's so many different little things that can happen.
Ooh. Azul almost getting sniped by a
Oh
poison
my
archer,
gosh. That had me nervous.
narrowly avoiding disaster in this
Yeah.
game.
Most definitely. Poison mushrooms, it's a 10-second time loss anytime you get hit, so never a good thing, never a good thing.
No, those are, you're always scared to see one spawn. You just hope that it stays as far away as possible from you.
Most definitely, yeah. Every time one spawns, my heart just drops, even if I'm not even playing, if I'm watching a stream of a run, I'm like, oh gosh, please, please don't. Yeah, bad news. That's the bottom line.
So now that that both runners here have cleared those first 3 rooms, we are getting into the portrait ghosts of the game, which are what the real challenge of the game is. They're special ghosts. Basically, they all have 100 health, and they all have their own little puzzle that you need to solve in order for them to reveal their heart, so you can capture them. That first ghost, you just kind of wait long enough, and it'll show his heart, and the second ghost here, gotta pull back the curtain, and she will go and try to close the curtain. That's your chance to get her.
Very nice suck-ups by Splazer. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Azul making quick work of Lydia as well, though.
Yeah, he's really making up for that missed double. He's still keeping up.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well pacing-wise. Ooh, Splazer hitting the dead zone a little bit there.
Blazer having that rocking this can be. You can do the same setup every time, and sometimes it'll just be different. It'll just react differently.
Yeah. Splazer going for door strat there. Let's see Azul into this. Alright.
Now both runners here on to Chauncey, the first area boss of the game. He's not too bad. He's one of the only ghosts that we still haven't found a one cycle for. So
I believe he's the...
Sorry, go for it.
I was just saying, I believe he is the only one left.
The only one.
Because every main portrait ghost, or like main portrait ghost can be one cycled, and so can every boss outside of Chauncey. So I really think he's the only one left.
Yeah. So you'll see both runners here to do some ball catches, and they'll leave Chauncey intentionally above 50 HP so that we avoid a extra cycle.
Ooh, very clean from Splazer. Very nice
Clean
from both runners. So as you notice, they left him above 50 HP, and Polar touched on it briefly, but basically you see these rocking horses that he sends at us. If you get him below 50 HP, he's going to send a third one, which will be about 3 to 4 seconds of time loss. So we keep him above 50 to maximize our time. Splazer having no problem. Splazer probably is looking to have a sub 6 key here. And he does. Very nice.
Very nice. Yeah, it looks like that. Looks like that first double, I think, was Azul's only mistake, but
yeah,
maybe I missed something. But not too bad.
No, he played really well. I mean, sub 610 is by no means horrible, depending on your level. But for Azul, it's runnable by far. He's got nothing to worry about right now. This is a race. Anything can happen.
Mm-hmm. So now this cutscene is you'll see it a couple times throughout the run. This is the end of an area cutscene. You'll see it 3 more times, and basically, Egad's just getting those ghosts back. He's getting his paintings back, and that's what it's all about for Egad, at least as far as he cares. Just wants his paintings back, you know.
Just that's the whole real premise of Egad's arc here is just he wants his paintings.
He says, Luigi, get in that mansion and get me my paintings back. And he sits very comfortably in his underground shack.
Yeah, does no work, none of the heavy lifting. Well, I guess in this run we didn't mention that, but we start in the hidden mansion, which is quicker. That is because the vacuum does 2 times damage, which will then increase the speed of our suck-ups like greatly. So for running, it works really well. And with that though, starting on a already completed file, we skip almost a prologue to the game, which does touch a little bit more on Egad and how that all works, but for the sake of the speedrun, it would slow things down a lot. And I just realized both runners are on JP.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Japanese version of the game.
Yeah, there are some, aside from the usual time save on text, there are a couple of differences between Japanese and English, but nothing too major.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Wizard missing that second double.
And he had a really beautiful first one. Ooh, and the scare throwing him off there too. So Azul could most definitely pull ahead, even though he missed his first one as well. Oh boy. He dodges that pretty well. But Azul pulling back, and early reads could dictate the leader of this run.
Yeah, this is the first true RNG moment of the game. These dancer ghosts can show their heart either early, like we just saw with Splazer, or they can show them late.
Oh, Azul.
And it looks
Unfortunate.
like Azul will get a late release, so that's about a 10-second time loss. Completely
Yeah.
out of your control.
So, I mean, there you go. You can see it, but Splazer definitely gets quite a nice lead from that. But early release is one of the other things in this game, especially in early game, where it's just like people want to find a way to manipulate it, but we just can't. There's been tons of people who've searched and looked, and it's just been hard to find. But we ain't quitting yet because we don't want to have to deal with early release.
Yeah, and I know most runners have their, I wouldn't say they call it their manip, but they have their own unique way how they
Yeah.
get to early release, hopefully. Because it's just, it's so
Yeah.
difficult. It would be
I believe.
so great if we could find a consistent way to get it.
Yes. I believe that was a sub 10 boo release.
Good. Looks like it.
It was like really close between a 9.59 and a 10 flat. Either way, still a solid run from Splazer.
So now both runners have released the boos of the game. So
Yes.
now they're going to spend their time hunting 40 of them down throughout the run, because we need 40 to get to the final boss of the game. So RNG plays a big part here. It looks like Splazer has the lead, but bad RNG could change that.
Yeah. The boo RNG, there's so many different RNG elements that comes alongside the boos, but Splazer getting really good RNG as he can set up tech skip here. Paul, would you like to explain tech skips here?
Sure. So, kind of an unintended mechanic that we abuse throughout our runs, where if you catch a boo just before you suck up a tablecloth in the game, it basically cancels out the text you would get after catching the boo from EGAD. And so there are a couple instances where the opportunity presents itself, and you should be trying to get that skip all the time. That you
Same RNG.
Saves plenty of seconds throughout the run if you can get them.
Yeah. And we'll touch on later why it...
Sorry, go for it.
I was just saying that later in the run, we'll touch on it later, but it becomes more and more important as the run goes on, as the text boxes can play a bigger role. But Parlor Boo text skip is a big one because it is our first boo, and there's a extra long text box compared to a normal one that comes with getting the first boo with a little bit of an introduction, so it saves a good amount of time. And is Azul going for a save warp?
It would look like he did, yes.
I've never seen a save warp out of wardrobe room. Interesting.
Yeah, that's a little spicy spice.
Little spicy spice.
It's a little zest for your early morning Luigi.
Most definitely.
Yeah, another mechanic. Sorry, Jamie, to interrupt. Another mechanic we should go over
yes.
is R pumping for these boos here. So there's a strat we use where if we hold L and R at the same time, and then every 10 HP that we take from a boo, we basically let go and re-press the R button, effectively pumping. And we can do that a total of 15 times, because every boo has 15 cackles before they will no longer stay in the room. So you'll see the runners basically keep these boos in place so that they can capture them quickly with their R pumping.
Yeah, and R pumping is such a crucial discovery to this game. It dropped the time so much when we were able to keep boos in way easier.
Yeah, massive discovery.
Yeah, I can't put my name on. Can't put my finger on who was the one who discovered it, but it's been a little while. So here we're gonna be seeing an instance of what we saw earlier with Azul. A save warp, we mentioned it, which is, it's pretty self-explanatory, but it is when you save and quit the game after catching a boo, and say, like, you save from a boo text and then you quit the game to effectively warp you to the front of the mansion. So Azul did that out of wardrobe room, and we're gonna see here one of the really useful ones here has been dubbed Fire Warp. And what that does is, as you saw, Splazer collected the boo collected the fire medallion as he sucked up the boo, and effectively he collected the medallion because you don't need to go through the text box to set the trigger that you have it. So he skipped a decently long text box. And, correct me if I'm wrong, Chloe, but I believe it saves about 5 seconds.
I don't actually know exactly how much time it saves. I just have always done it, so I don't really know what it's like.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just know that there's still some time that will come out from leaving the room early from having to enter back in, but it's still a decent time save and very worthwhile strat.
Absolutely worthwhile.
And Azul landing it really well too, not to mention. Butler cycle is coming up. So let's see how Splazer attacks this. Good things, sets up the double. Alright. Now let's see if he can get this. Nice!
Looks like he gets it.
So do you want to explain that there?
Sure, yeah. So what you just saw Splazer do there, it might have been hard to see because it's a very quick thing that happens, but there's if you collect Mario's hat at the exact moment as the room is clearing, you can actually skip the chest cutscene animation where Luigi will like look at the chest, and so it just gives you a little bit more time to open it before you go into Butler's room, and Splazer got it there.
And as we saw there, this is one of the other Japanese exclusive time saves that we mentioned. Oh, he lands quad. Can he hold on? And he does.
He gets it.
And we'll hopefully see Azul going for it here as well. He's setting it up. On Japanese version, Splazer, you'll see it here too, you can do another one of the text skips that we mentioned by going through the mouse hole at the same time as sucking up the boo. It does not work on other versions though, which makes it another Japanese exclusive time save. A little bit of rough RNG there from Splazer, but still very good.
Splazer reading those last couple rooms very well.
And he gets the tech skip too. That's one of
Wow.
the hardest ones in the game, at least, I mean, I've landed it maybe once.
I don't think I've actually ever landed that tech skip. It is
Well,
tricky.
my definition of landing it is spending 30 minutes trying to get it once, not
I see.
not an in-run situation. So, but
I
that just
see.
goes to show it is not an easy tech skip, done by very high-level runners, and Splazer lands it really well there.
Azul kind of having a weird hidden room.
Yeah.
Hit early there, but it worked in his favor because he still got the quad.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a far left and far right read, so it was kind of weird, and you kind of had to just do your best.
Cheers, Melody. Everyone hydrate.
Everybody's favorite. What did you say? Or who? Oh man, I forgot to say it, but someone I was commentating with. Maybe it was you. No, it was Epiphany. Epiphany said that it was everybody's favorite Luigi's Mansion waifu.
Yeah, I know this is a lot of people's maybe not favorite ghost, but definitely top 5 or top 3 for a lot of people.
I mean, and I would say so too. The theming is so great, and it's such a creative encounter.
What's not to love about a
I
ghost
was
playing music for you?
I was just gonna say the same thing. Playing Mario music for
Hey.
you.
So now we'll see Splazer here and Azul shortly following him after, going to the kitchen. Gonna get the next elemental medallion of water. See him do a couple things with the water here, like burning the door. I mean, setting, you know what I mean, extinguishing the door.
There you go.
Fire. There's the word.
So actually, interestingly enough, Splazer's only about a second and a half behind his PB. More like 1.8. So he's playing really well.
Very good,
And,
yeah.
you know, for him, a PB isn't even out of the question. Ooh, and he's setting up tech skip here. So you'll notice there's a lot of tech skips throughout this run, but some of them are only done by higher level players. And he unfortunately can't land it. Kitchen tech skip is definitely, I would say, is one of the more difficult ones. Some people would say otherwise, but it takes some practice to set it up. And he had best RNG there, but regardless, still a solid kitchen.
Azul did notice that he had ran out of fire, which he grabbed some before he made his way to the kitchen.
I just noticed that too, and I was like, oh boy, he's gotta get some. But interesting to go for hallway. I'd tend, if I was leaving Melody, I'd probably go for it in lugs, but hallway is probably faster, honestly. Let's see if he can land this double. Ooh, he goes for the Y double.
He went for the yellow. He almost got the back.
Wow, I was just gonna say, he almost nailed that.
So now Splazer will be entering the second area boss, Bogmire. He's got quite a hard pull compared to most of the other ghosts of the game. Still totally one-cyclable, but your angles need to be very precise, and you need to know when to regain control of him, because even a slight second of not having control of him could be enough to drop Bogmire.
Yeah, Bogmire one cycle, no matter what level you're at, it's a difficult one. I've seen, you know, world record holder. I've seen him drop it, but I've also, I don't know. I'm just saying anybody can do it. It's not a give me to anybody. Oh boy.
Wow.
Splazer making quick work.
Beautiful Bogmire.
That was wonderful. And a little Splazer PB update. He lost only about a second and a half there on his PB, which is really good considering he missed the double.
Yeah. Azul did get that graveyard double, so
yeah,
closing that gap a little bit. Hopefully his Bogmire is just as good as Splazer's.
Yeah. Any race with two Bogmire 2 cycles is a good one to me. I love seeing it. Both kind of stuck in cutscenes here. Cleaning up the ghosts for Egat a second time. We actually never hit the gallery. Okay. There is a gallery. I honestly forgot about the gallery. Oh wait, let's see Azul's one cycle here. Yeah, Bogmire took him for a ride there.
And that's how we were describing, like, even for a split second losing that control could be. And he gets Bogmire drags him into a shadow.
He dragged him right into it. But yeah, as Polar was saying, if you can't keep hold of him for just a second, it becomes a real big problem to recover. Well, still a 23-1x from Azul, so doing okay right now. But gap is definitely it's pretty large right now, but who knows? We still got a lot of race left. Not even halfway through.
Blazer at the bottom of the well, peering into what looks like a secret altar. And what's this? It's Mario.
Mario? What?
He's in a painting.
No way. Oh my gosh, I didn't see this one coming.
Luigi petrified, unable to do anything in the immediate moment.
No longer, we can't call this game Mario is Missing 2 because we know where Mario is. We know where Mario is.
Mario has been located.
The sequel, Mario has been located. Alright, so Azul's going to be entering Area 3 here. So we're going to be seeing him encounter our lovely friend, the inferior brother, Mr. Mario.
Will we see any Biff Atlas abuse today? No funny business.
Not from Splazer.
None from Splazer today. He is.
I think he's playing too close to his PB right now. I don't think he's messing around.
So I guess something we didn't explain was there are some ghosts in this game that are optional. You can straight up just walk right past them. The game will not stop you or prevent you in any way because they don't drop any keys in their chest. They just give you money. So
yeah. There we see Mario again. It's actually very interesting. If you play on an emulator of this game, Mario looks so clear, but he is not. That's basically what I was saying. In on console. Splazer, however, not having a good time, getting left side RNG and not having tech skip.
Yeah,
He's gonna be losing probably around 10 seconds here.
Yeah, pretty rough 2 room for Splazer there.
But we see Azul entering Biff's room. Let's see if we get any funny business. I don't anticipate it, but you never know. Biff abuse.
No, it looks like no funny business from Azul either.
No funny business.
Both runners completely in the zone.
Yeah, it's interesting, you know, you get races that are super in the zone, but you also get some races where people kind of screw around a little bit if they have a lot of a lead. All depends on the runner. Spies are making good work of Nana. Ooh, and that's some good RNG I see. No, it's still pretty good RNG though. Oh, right on top of the. Oh,
Azul getting
grab
some
ice.
very bad luck, spawning a poison shroom from the chandelier.
Oh,
Instantly
no.
getting hit.
Oh no, that's really rough RNG too, because he really did not have a lot of control over that. That kind of just really screwed him over there.
Yeah.
And the boo left too, so fled into what looks like Nana's room. So we'll have to see how that all sets out.
Quite unfortunate.
Yeah, something you hate. T-Room Boo can be so tricky at times. Here we see Azul interrupting Miss Petunia's shower. How rude. Let's see, Splazer going for the triple here. Alright. Looking good. That was really nice.
Pretty fast.
And I would say a good read. Astral Hall is one of the harder rooms to read in my opinion. Because of the radar, because of how close it is and how many checkable spots there are, the radar is just kind of always going off.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's pretty tricky.
Alright, well we found T-Room Boo. But we still have to find Nana Boo. So at least we got some good RNG there.
Now we'll see Splazer is going to destroy the moon out of pure rage because the ghosts have got his brother. He has no other option but to destroy the moon.
But to blow up the moon. So it's taking a little while to set that up. He would have had it if he just did an instant release, but still very good. Saving a little bit of time there for him. A 28 5x key, so nothing to be ashamed of. Sub 29 moonshot is always something to be happy with. Alright. So let's see how Azul's Astral Hall goes. Can be such a rough one. Looking alright so far. Alright. Lands the first double. To me, the first double honestly becomes the hardest here. Just because of the spawn placement and having to readjust. You know, at least on these last two, you can kind of manipulate where you're going to be. And you have kind of control over where they're going to spawn. Ah, very interesting. I don't know why I've never seen that setup before, but a good setup for a single and double. Doesn't go for the triple. Reverse RNG actually from the two. Splazer check top left and then
Oh,
Azul just
having
getting
a very rough area 3.
oh
Yeah, it
boy,
does
if
look
he's
like
not
that.
in it.
It looks like it
Oh.
went to him.
Yeah. Okay, thank God. Because if that boo goes down, then you're taking a trip to Anteroom, which is a much larger time loss.
Oh. Looks like he had some early double cackles that really...
Astral Hall Boo just really not a fan of Azul.
Now, I have no idea where
Yeah, I was
that...
just gonna say, I do not know. Okay, went back to Astral Hall. Alright.
The boos are messing with him, but not entirely. They're at least going into rooms that he can get to right now.
Alright, so Splazer performing the projection save warp there. He did not go for animation skip, it appeared, but he still saves about 2 seconds when done well, but it's something that you want to be wary of going for, because if you're not good at it, honestly, it's just going to lose you time. Versus the mirror warp, which we will maybe be seeing from Azul.
Was Azul missing that first moonshot, I think? Yeah.
That was close too, but barely just couldn't land it. That one though will be just fine.
Splazer here starting the twins. Now, the twins have a little mini game before you can capture them. There will be 5 boxes, and they will be hiding in 2 of them randomly.
Yeah, the RNG here can just be. It all depends.
Looks like
Oh,
Splazer got best RNG.
I didn't notice that box shake, but that was a really good job from Splazer because he briefly got in the fire to check that box while the while Orville was spawning, so he's able to get a quick check there. Our friends Henry and Orville here named after the Henry Ford and Orville Wright, or as Epiphany would like to say, Orville Redenbacher, because he's
Orville Redenbacher. Yeah, a little fun, little kind of Easter egg for those who like to read into their games. Those are the names.
Yeah, a little nugget of trivia there. Ooh. Oh, wow. Just snags him before he left. He wouldn't have lost that much time. Ooh. Splazer. I believe that was Van Gore-Text. I don't know what Van Gore-Text looks like, JP, though.
I was watching Azul.
Well, Splazer had quite the long text box. Missing this. Going for sorry and knock, but getting the decoy. Azul, oh, just misses the triple. That is unfortunate. And Splazer, another long text box.
So yeah, as J-Man had touched on there about the Van Gore text. So
Yes.
in this game, after you capture your 15th boo, you now have a random chance to win the lottery of Bad RNG. There are a couple different text boxes you can get after your 15th boo. Some are shorter, some are longer. You want to get the short ones, but it's up to the game. Up to the game on what you get.
And that's what I was mentioning earlier about text skips, as they become increasingly as important as these long text boxes show up, because they can create much. The time save that they can create becomes greater when you factor in these extra long text boxes. Splazer are not splitting for some reason, but Splazer's about, I think he's around 21 seconds behind his PB right now. Azul, however, does not have splits up, therefore we cannot tell how he is on pace, but he's doing quite well, I would say. Having a little bit of a rough time, however, with the mobile here. Mobile, how would you say it?
I've heard it's pronounced mobile, but that just feels wrong to me, you know?
Most definitely, I feel you.
But I guess when you call it a mobile, it sounds like you're saying your mobile phone or something. So I guess tomato, tomato, pick your poison.
Most definitely. Interesting, the English languages, which ironically neither of our players are on. Yeah, JP's about 25 to 30 seconds. I believe so.
Somewhere around there, I believe I've heard something like that before, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see this suck up here. Clairvoyant is one of the interesting suck ups. Splazer's having a little bit of trouble, but doing pretty well. Azul avoids the bomb there. Clairvoyant is so interesting because if we could actually read her text, you'll note that she says, I forget her exact words, but it's along the line of, take me back to the painting, I don't want to... Clairvoyant actually asks to get sucked up, which results in her having a very, very low pull, which then makes the suck up very difficult because you don't have that resistance that you usually get. And Azul, missing Twins Boo, but missing Twins Boo is honestly common. It's decently common, and it doesn't lose too much time since you can get him here in the hallway.
Splazer not forgetting the ice.
Not forgetting ice. Such a small thing, but that mental error can lose quite a bit of time.
We need to grab that ice before we head up to the attic because we need it for the safari room, and that's the only place you can get it that is convenient.
Yeah, unless you want to walk all the way to kitchen, which would just be such a massive time loss.
This isn't 100%. This is not about.
Exactly. That was a really clean first ghost there from Splazer. So as you note, he's spraying the ice there, which is what Polar mentioned. We need that, as these ghosts are water element ghosts, and you will not be able to suck them up unless they're sprayed with some ice. Splazer landing vacuum strat. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Alright. All good. There was the banana and the poison mushroom, and I got nervous for a second there. All good though. No problems for Mr. Splazer. Azul on Clairvoyant now though. Clairvoyant is just a minute and a half of straight mashing, so it can be a little uninteresting at times.
At least on English, you get to enjoy her sense of humor.
Yes, most definitely.
Now
She has some very funny lines.
See Splazer here at our third area boss, Boo Losses. This boss is quite notorious for casual gamers. He can be very annoying and very problematic.
Yeah.
In speedrun, we have a very specific setup we do with a very specific angle of the vacuum where if you shoot an ice ball precisely, you can Oh, sorry, I think I was lagging there. If you shoot the ice ball precisely, you can actually hit every single boo in one go.
Yeah, but it's not an easy set. If you miss the setup, it can become quite the problem. So let's see Splazer here. That looks like quite the nice angle. I would rock with that. Goes for a little bit of an early shot. Doesn't play well for him, but a really good recovery, actually.
It looks like one of his boos is caught on the statue.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, still, for what he was given, he did quite well there.
Still a 39 boo losses key, so pretty good.
Yeah, and a 39-2x exit for Azul there. So it's still, yeah, still a 39 blue losses key. That was a 39-22. Splazergames having a much cleaner Clairvoyant split than, or much cleaner blue losses split than Clairvoyant.
Zool also not forgetting the ice on his way up to the Safari Ring. See what beholds him in the Safari Ring.
Alright. So Zool, not getting as quick of a first coast, but still quite well. Let's see if he goes for the vacuum strat here, which I can explain. Basically, as we set up this double, if you use the vacuum, which he does, and he sadly misses it there, but if you use the vacuum and get the double, and you see it with Splazer, the last garbage ghost will spawn later, which then causes us to not have to wait an extra cycle, an extra like respawn cycle. Azul having a little bit of trouble though with the banana peel.
Yeah, it looked like when he was attempting the double, he accidentally pressed L first instead of R.
Yeah, that's what it seemed. Cause yeah, they got iced, so a little rough there, but okay, going for the hold strat. Pretty good.
So now Splazer here is going to be coming up to the start of Area 4, which is the Blackout. Now, the Blackout is quite scary, usually in casual play, but luckily we skip it entirely.
Yeah, I was just gonna note, like, the Blackout is such a... I forget, too, the Blackout is such a tremendously long segment of the main game. And there's a lot to do, and it's just kind of funny how we just like skip over it in its entirety, as Polar mentioned. Like each room has a new set of ghost spawns and battles to do. So if you're playing casually, it is a super fun time to go and re-experience a bunch of different new fights and battles. But here in the speedrun, we skip right out of the Blackout, get it done as quickly as possible. But the Blackout still has a challenge for us, which we'll come up to here with Splazer. Our second completely RNG ghost here. So let's see Azul here going for the one cycle on Bogmire. And Bo lost. Oh, sorry. Splazer with the Insta Grimly. So as we mentioned, that is a completely RNG, and well, let's just say it's not always that kind. So good job there, and a good one cycle from Azul on what was that boss's name? Bulossus? Bogmire? What's the difference?
Was the tomato.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go for it, J-Man.
I was trying to fill the space, so if you have something to say, please go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, the reason why we quote-unquote skip Blackout is that since the only thing that you really need to do in Blackout is capture Grimly before you can turn the power back on, we don't waste any time kind of exploring the mansion on where to go, what to do, because we already know since we speedrun. You just go get Grimly, turn the power back on. There you go. Crisis
Yeah.
averted.
And Splazer going for the elusive breaker boot here. He set up tech skip, but a little bit of a tough find here. So breaker boot here is I mean, undoubtedly the hardest boot one cycle. And that is because the pumps are like frame perfect and you have to have good drags. Splazer lost like one drag there and just had a small hiccup, but that meant the boot was gone. It is such a precise trick. Ooh, not good.
Sniped by that second puncher there.
Splazer's A4 not off to an amazing start after the Instagram.
Now, this boot that Splazer's on is also one that can be quite slippery because you can spawn at different points in the room. You can spawn high or you can spawn low. And there are usually items, money pieces or hearts that your vacuum locks onto because there are a lot of spawn points.
Depending on where you spawn. Yeah, and Cellar Boo is just a cackle machine. It just keeps going. So yeah, like Polar mentioned, if with certain searches, if you have to search the middle there, you're gonna spawn gold bars or hearts, and like I said, it's just gonna cause a lot of different auto locking and can cause the boot to be quite slippery. As he mentioned.
So Azul starting his blackout here. Hopefully he gets good Grimly RNG like Splazer.
Here we go. They're heading back. They're gonna be. They might be entering the hallway roughly about the same time here, but at two totally different points.
As Azul is going down, Splazer is coming up.
Walking past each other, saying hello, as we move on to Azul heading on to Grimly, and we'll see what kind of RMG he's able to land. I mean, to talk about the impact of Grimly, I've seen entire races flipped upside down because of Grimly. Someone who's ahead 30 seconds, or even like, someone who's ahead like 20 seconds can come out 10 seconds behind after Grimly. And a good one for Azul too, oh my gosh.
Pretty
Good RNG. I'd say anything under 5 seconds is honestly good. Not great, but good.
So we'll see Splazer here at the Toy Soldiers.
He's doing it.
Looks like he's going to try to go for a double.
He is. If he can, there you go. Latch on.
Gets it.
Looking a little rough here. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. That was yeah.
Blue Soldier was taken for quite the ride there. But Splazer, while his PB is a 5744, he is playing at 56 level. He just needs to get a run that kind of bangs out all the different tricks. He is, just because of his level, he's not shying away from new strats, so he's been playing really well, and, really such a great runner. And so is Azul here. We'll see, what, his seller end up looking like. Let's see if he goes for the double. I do not blame him.
Yeah, that was some very quick backup strat thinking there.
Yeah. And, did I see a poison mushroom spawn?
For Azul?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I didn't see one.
I thought I saw it, but it was left side, so maybe I saw it, maybe I didn't. But either way, it did not impact him. Pumping a little fast, I mean, alright, but I felt like that was a little fast. But wrangled him just fine.
So now Splazer will be heading to Armory, one of the most difficult runs in the room.
Runs of the room.
That is totally the right thing to say. I didn't say anything wrong.
Armory room is definitely one of the more difficult rooms. The ghosts can be decently fine or really hard depending on what strat you go for. But the real difficulty comes from the Boo and A, the Boo and B also. This is the laggiest room in the game, and you'll see here. You want to try avoiding at all costs spawning anything that isn't the Boo because it is just going to make the lag spike. What's these plays? Good read? Very good read.
Good
Went top
RNG.
right and was able to land it. Let's see how he gets a charge here. Yeah, nice charge. Not to out him here, but Splazer is notorious for losing Armory Boo here in 2 cycling, so let's see how he does. Oh my lord.
Yeah.
He was just all over the place there. Let's hope he goes left. And he does. So unfortunate there for Splazer, but Armory 2 cycle is really rough. Or 1 cycle. And as Polar mentioned earlier, actually, this is all we'll loop back together. He mentioned that a Boo has 15 cackles, and after those, he will leave the room. And you saw there, when there's 150 health, if we pump at 10 health each, it's not frame perfect, but it's pretty close to. You gotta be really precise with your pumps on Armory Boo, and we'll see here Weston Boo as well with 150 HP, because if you make any slip ups or double cackles, they will not work for you. Okay.
For a second, I thought he was gonna try.
I was like, Soldier Double as well. Soldier Double is another one of those really difficult tricks that can save some time in a top level run, but also will lose a good chunk of time when you miss it. So it's all about the risk reward there. Alright, let's see Azul's rooftop here. Rooftop can be tricky, but also can't. It just all depends on how you start your movement. Having some trouble spawning the ghost there. The fire spirit went all the way over there.
I was gonna say that is that fire spirit is quite the curious one.
Right, quite the rogue fire spirit, but setting up a double that I honestly did not expect to land. That was a very wide double. But he pulled it out quite well.
Now Splazer here coming up to Sir Weston.
Oof, Sir Weston.
Yeah, Sir Weston is notorious for being one of the most difficult portrait ghosts, partially because of the floor, the slippery floor he's on, but also because, like Bogmire, your angles need to be very precise, but Splazer having no problem at all.
Yeah, his pole is very difficult, but I mean, cold storage itself is a very difficult room because, as we mentioned, we have Weston Boo here, which has the same 150 health as Armory Boo, but we trade out the lag difficulty enhancer for the ice physics difficulty enhancer. So, you know, good stuff, but we'll see how Splazer does here. I tend to find Weston Boo a little bit easier purely because of the open room. Splazer doing well there. But he still has to find, or no, he's just gonna go for Vanguard Boo.
Yeah.
I was like, no breaker, but I realized he's just gonna go for it, and it's not worth losing the time searching for him. But as you see, Azul is here in Armory, and what I was noting about why I kind of find Weston a little bit easier, even though there's ice physics, is just because of all the soldiers here. So we'll see how Azul does, but you know, if the Boo starts running right, you are trapped in this little back corner by the soldiers, the armory.
Getting unfortunate bonk, it looks like.
Yeah. So that's exactly my point. You can't really do a lot of dragging out. Alright, going left as well. Armory Boo can be just dreadful because of these 4 rooms here in the attic. We can clear 2 of them, and he can run to any of them. Luckily, both of our runners here, Splazer, going outside of the Sev de Van Goor's room.
Splazer saying, before I finish the game, I need a little fresh air real quick.
Oh, fresh air. Yeah. So Azul and Splazer both getting decent 2 cycles there, but let's see how Azul's basement goes.
Splazer is, of course, starting the final portrait ghost, Van Gogh.
Our French friend here.
So each of the ghosts that spawn, there will be 3 sets of 3 for each, and it is possible to get triples for all of them. So we'll see Splazer going for all triples here.
But it is quite optimized. But he lands that one quite well. Also, a little nugget here. We mentioned Van Gogh text earlier, who was this ghost, and basically what that is ooh, wow, a very nice suck up. After certain boot catches, the longest of the text boxes is Van Gogh text, and that is when EGAD describes that all the other ghosts in the mansion that aren't portrait ghosts have been created by Van Gogh here, kind of expanding our little Luigi's Mansion lore and storyline here. The issue is that EGAD takes the longest to talk about it, so it loses us quite a bit of time. And it's always the funniest when we get Van Gogh text after Van Gogh, considering we've already defeated him and faced him, but...
Yeah, it's like a slap in the face. It's like, egad, I already got him, man.
I don't need to hear about it no more. Sotolos.
Allure. That is Van Gogh's final words in English, which is actually French.
I always found it kind of funny on the PAL version when you're playing Van Gogh in French. It's like, does he just talk normal?
He just talks normal. I know Pablo is he said before that he's bothered that Van Gogh doesn't speak differently, but
yeah,
what can you do?
So Splazer throwing some drags in there, and he's gonna have a really good. Wow!
Wow!
What
119.
That is what boot drags do for you. Oh my gosh! He's gonna go for the quick one here. You should make quick work here, Van Gorbu. Wow, I mean, I guess I haven't watched a Hundo run in a while, but man, this is the best I've seen Van Gorbu done. I'm lucky if I get a 3x on my first cycle, so the fact that he went with a 119 was just incredible.
Yeah, quite insane. Now, Azul will be heading up to Van Gogh, and Splazer will be wrapping up his run, heading to King Boo.
Yeah, so Splazer is gonna be on. I mean, unless he really screwed up his hallway move, be on a late 58 pace, which is still for a run. Nothing to laugh about. That's probably he'll probably play within a minute of his PB, which is I mean, in my opinion, if you're doing a race and you play within a minute of your PB, you're doing pretty well.
Yeah, not a bad run from Splazer at all. It's just a lot of it's out of your control of RNG, and
most definitely
how you react to it.
But he did well with what he was handed, and so yeah, Splazer here is gonna have, if he has a good 2 cycle, he'll have a 56, 51. So a high 58, but still a 58, which is by no means something to scoff at. So here we go. Azul, let's see how his Van Gogh triples go, because it is such a interesting part, because they're super optimal, but missing them can just be disastrous for your run.
Yeah, you really wanna have this room down so that if you aren't on PB pace ever, you aren't losing all your time to these triples.
Yeah. Azul, though, getting the pink punchers, which aren't considered regularly one of the hardest, but to me are I mean, maybe outside of grabbers, they're the hardest for me. I can never seem to land the pink punchers, which is super frustrating, because I practice it often. How about you, though? What would you say is your personal hardest? Because each person's is a little bit different.
I'd say the trash ghosts, mostly because getting a fast suck up on them is pretty difficult.
Nice instant shot from Splazer there. Oh my gosh, is he going for it? He is. He's going for the 1 cycle. Oh, he couldn't land it.
He tried.
Why not? Why not? I mean, why not? It'll be interesting to see if he goes for the same setup, though, to get into, or if he's going to lose a 58 here. Both insta shots coming well, though, as Azul's sucking up Van Gogh. See it.
Oh, he
And
almost
again,
got it.
he almost had it there. Yeah, and just go for the, I guess at this point it's a slow 3, but... So Splazer is not going to have a 58, but alas a 59. If he plays his cards right here. A low 59. Azul with a good Vanguard first cycle, 138, very nice. Splazer, I mean, kind of blew it out of the water there, but 139 is by no means a bad cycle. There we go.
And there we go.
GG Splazergames.
Splazer with the
You already declared him.
59-12. GG Splazer.
All right, what a run. So yeah, I guess we didn't touch on it. King Boot 1 Cycle was a strat that was found a little while ago. And it saves roughly 18 seconds, but it is applicable in every main category, so it was a huge find. Splazer went for it there, but unfortunately didn't land it. And it seems that he's already joined us. Splazer, what is going on, dude?
What's up, man?
Yo.
Welcome
That
in.
was a task. That was a task area 4, dude.
Dude,
Task.
TAS A4.
I tried to do Breaker Boo, but it's alright.
It's alright. I mean, your Van Gorbu was nutty, dude. You really killed it.
Yeah, that was pretty good too. I was hoping
Yeah.
I would get the Breaker Boo 1 cycle so I could show it off.
Yeah.
That's alright though. It was still a good run either way, considering what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, I mean, could have been a 58, but wanted to go for that 1 cycle. I don't blame you for
Oh
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
had to, dude.
Might as well, you know, put on a good show, you know.
So Zoom
Right.
here on about mid 102 pace. So not bad by any means.
Yeah, this is good, dude. This is actually really good for Azul, considering it's time, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Zul's been playing quite well.
And this is at least from my knowledge, I know this is from Azul, very little practice. He just kind of said, I'm just gonna play. I'm not gonna think too much about it. And so if he's getting a 102 for the first time playing in a while, it's very good.
Yeah, that's great for
That
the
is.
rest. Yeah, so Splazer, I mean, we'll talk a little bit more about your finished, but overall decently satisfied.
Yeah, I'm satisfied. Considering everything that happened, man. I mean, Area 4 was definitely a blow, but it was fine, man, you know. I still got sub hours, so that was the goal,
Yeah.
honestly. Was just to get sub hour.
Oh, yeah, I had no doubt. I was very confident you were gonna get sub hour. I mean, you'd have to play over 2 minutes behind your PB,
Right.
and your consistency has just been crazy. So,
Yeah.
I mean, A4 just kind of screwed you over a little bit, but for the most part, you were playing really well.
Sure. Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Let's
Definitely.
see how Azul does here, though, on his first cycle. And he does it. He tops Splazer's first cycle. Wow, what a feat!
Dude, he's better than King. He's much better at King Boo than me.
Obviously, dude. But a 247 cycle is not bad at all. I believe it was 247.
Yeah.
You should be able to get a decent 2 cycle out of this. Yeah, it was 247. Okay. See if we can get this mid 102 here. Some good pumps.
He
And he
does it.
does.
Very nice. That was very nice.
GG.
GG Azul.
I think that was a 32.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I think he wasn't on his live split there. There
Oh,
we go.
There he goes. Yeah, there he goes.
But it was about a 32, I think.
Not a bad run. So yeah, about according to SRC, 1 minute 10 seconds off his time, but I know he has a 1:00:30 that he did offline. So 2 minutes off his PB for just picking up and playing. Pretty good.
Pretty darn good. So we are now just waiting for Azul to come in and we'll have a little post game here.
For sure, dude.
GG's, everybody.
All right. Well, still very entertaining race by all means. Never a dull moment here. Always something happening. I hope that all of you watching enjoyed it as well, because you know what's not to love? What is not to love about the Luigi's Mansion tourney?
Right, dude. Dude, I will tell you, I was very nervous at the beginning.
Yeah, you pulled out
Like-
sub 6 key there.
Oh yeah, that
I did. I think I
that
messed up the
ballroom.
bouncy rocket course too.
Yeah,
That
you did. You had a.
ballroom.
Oh, that's right. The ballroom was really rough on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't have early release there, Azul definitely.
Oh, was he ahead?
No, he was close behind, but his I think he only missed one double, so much
Gotcha.
closer.
Shy Guys, dude. That was not good, Shy Guys.
It was all right. Splazer, quick question: are you gonna let the
Yo.
credits run?
I am.
All right.
I actually have it going right now, so it
Alright.
should pop up any moment now.
I was curious if you wanted to do a gallery percent.
Calorie percent?
The hardest run in the game.
Dude, I could do one.
Because I had mentioned earlier that we never saw the gallery. But Splazer here,
Yeah,
aren't you the world record gallery percent?
I am indeed, dude.
Actual
Oh, here
skill.
comes Azul.
There
There
we
he
go. Can I drag him?
Hopefully he's coming in.
Oh, there he is.
Yo,
Hello, Azul. Welcome in.
GG's, man.
GG's.
All right.
The strong silent type.
Awkward silence. Let's get it, dude.
Nah, I think Azul's mic or something's got to be a little finicky here.
Probably.
Can't imagine he's giving us the silent treatment.
He's just, waiting to hear what we have to say about his run. No problems there.
Just taking that deep breath in before he goes in. Long, deep breath, dude.
Yeah, most definitely. But still, though, overall, what a wonderful race. I was honestly,
Yeah, Azul.
everyone.
If you can hear me, dude, GG's, man. It was a fun race. Had a good time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There we
There
are.
he is.
There he
He is.
I had my microphone as my capture card again, Polar Note.
Oh, classic, classic.
But yeah, no, it
Very nice.
so I'm not sure how it went for you, but everything that could have happened happened to me.
Oh, yeah, dude. My area
I was-
4, dude, was horrible. It was horrible, man.
But see, everything up to Area 4 was bad for me. I had a decent Area 4. I
Hey,
missed.
Ray Four was quite well.
I two-cycled Weston and the Boo, and Armory Boo. But overall, it was really fun. Like, I remember entering the King Boo fight, and I was like, "Splazer's not finished. I have a chance. There's a chance I can win this." And it says Splazer has finished with 1:00:30. Oh, okay, there we go. But it was a lot closer than I thought.
Yeah, it was definitely a close race.
He played very well.
Rotten luck in
Yeah.
area 3. You got hit by a poison mushroom. You had
Oh,
some
yeah.
booze
I know.
leaving on you.
Just
It was
brutal.
brutal.
Oh man, dude, the minute and a half I spent chasing after the Boo in Area 3.
That's true. I totally forgot about Astro Boo. And
Oh, what
Team Boo
happened?
both left.
Dude?
Astro Boo left, went to Nana, bonked left Nana, then went back to Astro Hall.
Just, a little detour.
Yeah, but me and Paul are sitting here like, please don't go to Anteroom, please don't go to Anteroom. Come on.
No, I thought he went to Answer Room, right? And then I go into Astro Hall and he's there. I'm the luckiest man alive. And then
Just-
something else that happened too, and it made me feel really, really lucky.
Yeah, it was
Gosh.
kind of a mix there of you had some really bad RNG and luck, but you also had some pretty decent.
I know the poison mushroom and wardrobe at the very beginning shook
Oh,
me to
yeah.
the
Oh,
core.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely
see
ruined the
it,
whole
Splazer.
rest of the run for me.
Splazzer,
I
real
thought-
quick, showing off the gallery percent here.
Yeah, just for you, J man.
Thank you.
Getting the content out here.
Yeah, as we finish up our post-game commentary here.
But, yeah, Azul, a 1
I
or
will
2,
tell you, man.
not bad at all.
Yeah,
I will
felt
tell
like-
you, Azul. I was
Okay.
extremely nervous. Like, I was shaking, man. I was so nervous at the beginning.
Yeah, I was too, man. Like the whole week, I've been going on talking to like my girlfriend and my family about, oh man, I'm going up against Splazer.
Splazer's the menace. What can we say?
He's the original creator of the Splazer sandwich, man. What do you expect?
That is correct.
Dude,
What
I
can
do
you
have the
expect?
Splazergames sandwich.
Dude, anyone else here tried the Flauk drink though?
Oh no, I've never heard.
I forgot who did the Flauk drink, but it's something you should look
Red
into. most
Mountain, dude.
definitely. Was it red? Okay. All right. So as Splazer finishes up, anything else to say though, runners?
I'll just GG, and I hope that the things that happen to me don't happen to any other runner in the tournament.
Dude,
Splazer,
yeah.
rough time loss there, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. I lost a lot of time there. But no, seriously, Azul, it was a fun, man. Go GGs. Good luck to your next round in the losers bracket, man. I hope it goes well. I really do.
Absolutely, thanks, Splazer. It's an honor.
GG Splazer
Yeah.
as
GG's,
well.
boys.
With the 118 gallery %. Thank you, Splazer, for showing that off.
You're welcome. It was a really bad run.
All right, well, thank you everyone for joining, and thank you SpeedGaming for hosting us here, and also importantly, thank you to HD Lax for organizing this whole tournament, and thanks to everyone who showed up. Really appreciate it. So, anything else anyone else wants to say?
No.
No, I think that's it for me.
Just
All right,
GG to the
then.
other runner.
Well, that is it from us. Goodbye, everyone, and there's another race on SpeedGaming 4 today at 3 Eastern, Pablo versus Furcho. So, I hope to see you all there. And yeah, guys, so J-Man signing out. And see you guys.
See you, everyone.
Yeah.
See ya.